Well, what do I have here? Excuse my backdrop. I had puppies recently, so it's a little bit of a mess in here. But this is a little present to myself, which was something I've been trying to get for 3 years now, and is actually a compliment to my Kalashnikov US AK-P9. So let's take a look inside and see what we got. Inside here is PSA's AK-P. This is the, well, I guess the best way to describe it for me is I called it the Osama bin Laden rifle. It's not technically. It's made to look a bit like a AK-74SU, a bit. This is their Nutmeg version. It took me a long time to get this version because it was always out of stock. But I finally got one. When I first wanted it, it was $699. Now they're $1,000. Guess, you know, I waited too long, huh? So just a little bit of the basics. These have been around for a long time. Let me zoom in a bit here. There we go. These have been around for a long time now, but this is their GF3 model. So this is their Gen 3 model. Cold hammer forged barrel, bolt head, and trunnions, if I'm not mistaken. And this was one of the guns that, what was it, AK Operators Union did a 5,000 round test with and passed. So that's cool. And it's also got a lifetime warranty, so if anything ever goes wrong, I can get it fixed. It's not a big deal. This is like a hobby gun for me. So anyway, yeah, always wanted one of these. The only AK that I ever had in my family prior to this was a pre-ban Norinco Mac 90, which is obviously a lot longer this way, and it had the big thumbhole stock, which is actually really nicely finished, but you know, most people prefer it like this. And then it's got their triangle folding brace where you push up and then flip it over. It doesn't have like a locking thing on this side like the KP9, and I kind of prefer the KP9's push button flip over thing. This one uses like a little pick rail deal back here, and I think I can lower it down if I wanted to. I can raise it up one, or I can lower it down one, depending on where my cheek weld is. But it shipped with PMag instead of a Croatian Steely. That's fine. I bought a bunch of those RWS Fake-A-Lights because, like I said, I saw a photo of Bin Laden with one of these in his lap, a real one, 74SU, and I was like, oh, I gotta have one of those. I like the way it looks, especially with this little booster thing, which a lot of people say they don't like that because it makes the recoil a little more severe. It's 7.62-39. How bad can it be? I shoot 50 Beowulf out of a 12.5-inch barrel. It's not a big deal. Anyway, my plans for this are few, actually. I did want it to have the rail because I had purchased an OKP7 optic. So for those of you who like Escape from Tarkov, you know exactly what that looks like. I'll try to put a picture of one somewhere up here. But I've got one of those on the way. It was expensive, but I thought it would only be right to do that. For now, I'm gonna put a small riser and a spare RMR that I've got just to stick it on there for now. And I'm working with a company that is actually making plugs for these braces for storage to keep this from collapsing. I gotta get some modeling clay and make a mold of it, send it to him, he'll 3D scan it, and then he'll print it out for me. I think it's carbon fiber reinforced polymer or something like that he uses. He did a few for the SBA4, SBA3, and a couple other braces, so I kind of like that because I like to stand them up, and you know, that'll be cool. So anyway, OKP7 is going to go up here eventually, but I'll put my RMR for now. I'm probably going to do an additional video just called Creature Comforts, where I'm going to do my safety modification where I notch it for the bolt hold open, which if you saw my KP9, you saw you saw me do that, but I'll probably do it to this as well. And I think that's really it for this. I didn't have very many plans to modify this. I like it just the way it is. But Fake-A-Lights, OKP7, little plug in the back for storage only, and I think that's it. Like, I'm happy with it. If I had one criticism about this, it's kind of got to do with the finish, and I don't know if this is coming through very well. but like there are light spots in the finish. It's very smooth, like the finish is done well, but the color didn't take very well. Not too happy about that. I was hoping it'd be a little more orangey. So it's there, and then there's a couple here on the top in the laminate. But I suspect what I'm gonna do is I'm going to build a bridge and get over it, because as a package, it's still pretty nice, and I like it. So anyway, just knock that out. Empty P mag, as you can see. And the only marking for it's over here on the dust cover, which is half obscured by the dust cover. So like if you guys are, you know, haters of PSA's logos or whatever, they keep it very minimalist, which I'm not really bothered by it. All the rivets seem to be in place pretty well. All the parkerization on it's pretty good. Brace I've already folded several times before. It's a little hard to get started, but there you go. It just flips over like that. What I think I might look for is, I can't do this one-handed, I don't think now. Yeah. Anyway, what I think I'm gonna look for in the future is if somebody makes a spacer that goes back here between this brace and this trunnion plate that just gaps it out about ½ an inch and puts a QD hole on the side. If anybody knows where I can get one of those, leave a comment in the description below, because I could really go for one of those. Otherwise, what I'll probably do is I'll just get one of those plates that go between the grip and the receiver, like I did for the KP9, but instead of having it dump out the back, I'll have it dump out the side on the left side, because it does have its sling mount up here. So I'm gonna go two-point sling mount on this. The 1 point on the KP9 is cool and all. I bought it for its color, but functionally, it bounces around too much. So like, that's not really a run and gun type thing anyway. And it's very, very heavy with all the Zeneco furniture on it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The other thing I'm gonna do to this as part of the quote creature comforts is I'm going to add the Zeneco RP1 bolt handle, that big knob that goes on there. I did it on the KP9. I absolutely love it. It's definitely going to go on here, and I'll mount a tab here for my brass catcher, because most of my ranges only let me shoot brass, and I've got a really good deal on some PPU brass, and I got the die set already, so I'll be able to catch my brass and reload 7.6239. So anyway, that's enough babbling. Accessories, there really aren't accessories that come with this. You get your manual, you get your lock, as usual. It's got all its information there. Special offer, stickers, and then my 44.73 copy receipt, all that good stuff. Anyway, there it is. PSA, AK-P, yes, they still make them. Yes, they're using Gen 3, their Gen 3 technology, so it's all cold hammer forged stuff. Fit and finish looks pretty, well, fit is good. Finish, questionable, but I'll live with it, not a big deal. Anyway, I haven't done a gun review in a long time, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this kind of unboxing and review. If you like what you see, hit the old like button, maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you're a regular here, maybe check out my other playlists and see if my other interests are of interest to you. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one for creature comforts of this rifle, once the parts get here. Later.